Should we then be looking around for a perfect living master? Or should we seek within? My answer is, only seek within. Don't seek a master. Seek within. A perfect living master, if he is already one with you, knows the secret that you are not a real separated one, but you are a seeker, must come to you. If you have to run to a master, then I'm not sure if he's a master. But if the master comes to you, because of your seeking, in response to your seeking, there's some chance he could be the master, the guide you're looking for. How will he come to us? By a strange process called coincidence. It's a very strange thing. But whoever has gone seeking on the spiritual path, and I meet thousands of people all over the world, in every country, wherever there's been a seeker, the number of coincidences like this has increased in its life. The more you have sought the spiritual reality, the coincidences that startle you, surprise you, you sometimes call them miraculous, begin to multiply, grow more and more. It is by that kind of a miraculous coincidence that a master will come into your life. And you may not believe, but it's not your belief that matters. Your mind may question, may doubt, doesn't matter. If you are a seeker, it is the pull of the master's love that will pull you. Because a perfect living master's love is different from any other love we have had in this world. It is totally unconditional. It is totally free from any judgment. A perfect living master never judges anybody. And is never saying, you be good, otherwise I won't give you. I'm a Santa Claus. No, not like that. A perfect living master has no judgment, has only love, unconditional love. If you love such a master, he will love you. If you hate that master, he will still love you. If you kill that master, he will still love you. That's the kind of unconditional love. That kind of love has a strange quality that in spite of your mind's doubts and hesitation, eventually you are pulled by that love. Why is love so important? That the love should be the one that should pull you rather than anything else. The reason is that love does not emanate from the body. Love does not emanate from the senses. Love does not emanate from thinking or the mind. Love emanates directly from the soul. It's one of the functions of the soul. Love, intuition, gut feeling that we get, and beauty and appreciation of beauty are direct functions of the soul, and mind is not involved in them. Senses are not involved in them. Body is not involved in them. Since the perfect living masters come here not to take us to these intermediate stages, but to take us beyond the mind, which is creating all the problem for us, therefore their love is the main instrument they use to pull us to the truth and to their true home. So the love of a perfect living master is so strange, intoxicating, and pulling you that in spite of the fight of your mind, they eventually pull you. And that is how you go ahead. What if the mind is discussing still and saying, I don't know if he's perfect or not. Maybe this guy looks like one stage. That guy looks like he's gone to causal stage. I want a perfect living master. I don't like the master who's intermediate somewhere. First of all, you can never judge who is where unless you are there. If you haven't gone anywhere, you can't judge anybody. They all look the same. They all teach the same, they talk the same, they look the same. How can you be a judge? Who is a perfect living master? Who is a master gone where? They all talk of the same thing. Therefore, as a piece of friendly advice that I give to people, if you are pulled by the love of a master, don't judge him. So long as he is teaching you how to go within. If he is saying go to the mountain and you will find something, then that's not a spiritual path. If he's saying there's a river, very wonderful river, go and have a dip and you'll get enlightened, don't go after that. If he says wear this thing on your rings and you'll get it, don't go after that. If he says there's special beads are made and bless them and wear them and count them, that's not it. If he says go within your consciousness in meditation, follow him. Don't judge how far he has gone, because he is going the right way, in the right direction. You will only go as far as he has gone. You can't go more. But go at least that much. If your seeking does not end after you have gone as much as a master can take you, another master will come into your life because of your seeking and take you further. So never worry about this. Don't sit in judgment. I am waiting for a perfect living master to come. I met many masters, but I am not sure. Oh, go ahead. Go as far as you can. And if your seeking says, no, this is not enough, you go further.